ಪತ್ರಕರ್ತರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ವರದಿಗಾರರಿಗೆ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕವಾದಂತಹ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನ ಕೋರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಪಿಯೂಷ್ ಗೋಯಲ್ ಅವರು ಪತ್ರಿಕಾಗೋಷ್ಠಿಯನ್ನ ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಡುವ ಮುಂಚೆ ಒಂದು ಕಿರು ಪರಿಚಯವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಪಿಯೂಷ್ ಗೋಯಲ್ ಅವರು ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆ, ಗ್ರಾಹಕ ವ್ಯವಹಾರಗಳು, ಆಹಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕ ವಿತರಣೆ, ಜವಳಿ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭೆಯ ಪಕ್ಷದ ನಾಯಕರು ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಹಿಂದೆ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಗೋಯಲ್ ಅವರು ರೈಲ್ವೆ, ಹಣಕಾಸು, ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ವ್ಯವಹಾರಗಳು, ಕಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಲು, ವಿದ್ಯುತ್, ಹೊಸ ಮತ್ತು ನವೀಕರಿಸಬಹುದಾದಂತಹ ಇಂಧನ ಮತ್ತು ಗಣಿಗಳ ಖಾತೆ ಸಚಿವರು ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿದ್ದರು. ಇವರ ಅಧಿಕಾರಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತವು 21-22ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 675 ಶತಕೋಟಿಯಷ್ಟು ಡಾಲರ್ ಅತ್ಯಧಿಕ ರಫ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಸಾಧಿಸಿದೆ. ಯುಎಇಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಮುಕ್ತ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರದ ಒಪ್ಪಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಅತಿ ಶೀಘ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅತಿ ಅಲ್ಪ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹಿ ಹಾಕುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಸೇರುತ್ತೆ. ಭಾರತ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಸಹಕಾರ ಮತ್ತು ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಒಪ್ಪಂದ ಒಂದು ದಶಕದ ನಂತರ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ನೇಷನ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಪ್ಪಂದ. ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಕಳೆದ 2 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಗರೀಬ್ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯೋಜನೆಯ ಒಂದು ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕ ವಿತರಣಾ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿ ಅವರು 2 ವರ್ಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 80 ಕೋಟಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಉಚಿತ ಆಹಾರ ಧಾನ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ವಿತರಿಸುವ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಅತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಆಹಾರ ಭದ್ರತಾ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಕೂಡ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಪಿಯೂಷ್ ಗೋಯಲ್ ಜಿ ಅವರು. A hearty welcome to all the reporters and journalists to this program. We have with us Shri Piyush Goyal ji, who is our Commerce and Industry, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Textiles Minister, as well as he is our party leader in the Rajya Sabha. His tenure as Minister of Commerce and Industry, India has achieved the highest ever export of about $675 billion in 21-22. He was the one who behind signing a free trade agreement within a very short period with the UAE, the Indo-Australia Economic Cooperation.
This is a press conference. You not have to swallow.
Okay, fine. Yeah. I welcome Shri Piyush Goyal ji to this press conference. Along with Shri Piyush Goyal ji, we have our party General Secretary and ex-MLC Shri Ashwath Narayan ji, and we also have our party leader and Bangalore Central MP Shri PC Mohan ji. Once again, I welcome you all for this press conference. I request Shri Piyush Goyal ji to take over. Thank you.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Always a pleasure. I have a bad throat today, kindly excuse me. Always a pleasure to be in Bengaluru, the technology, talent capital of India, and a city that is possibly going to replace the world's current Silicon Valley and become the technology capital of the world. I am delighted that the Honorable Finance Minister, under the guidance of Honorable Prime Minister, has come out with a budget which lays the foundation of a developed nation which will take prosperity to every single person in the country. Our vision is inclusive growth, sustainable growth, holistic development of the entire country, and prosperity for all. We have entered into the Amrit Kal, the 25 years, which I think has energized every Indian to contribute through his efforts, through his hard work, through his contribution to a better future for society, for our people, and make India one of the top 3 economies of the world, a developed nation, a prosperous nation. We have all seen that developed nations focus very strongly on growth, and therefore if you will see, this budget has brought a series of steps whose outcome will naturally be growth of the economy, more jobs and economic opportunity, work opportunity for our young boys and girls, which will help every section of society get a better future for their children. And all of this will be on the back of green growth, sustainable growth, where we all care for the planet, care for the Mother Earth, to ensure that we leave behind a better world than the one we inherited. Over the last 9 years, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has focused on ensuring equitable distribution of the nation's resources, so that all those who did not have a house are given a free house under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Every home in the country today has electricity, toilet, cooking gas connection. Now we are fast moving towards every home having piped water connection. Digital connectivity has spread through the length and breadth of the country, and it is thanks to the contribution of Karnataka and Bengaluru that today the world looks up to India as a trusted partner when it comes to provision of services, particularly the IT sector. In this backdrop of ensuring that nobody in this country is without a shelter, without food, without proper clothing, roti, kapda or makan, which at one time used to be the concern of millions and crores of families. Today, the Honorable Prime Minister's work of 9 years has ensured that the basic needs of every individual are being taken care of. And now, the country is aspiring for a better quality of life. The aspirations, the spirit of and desire for better things in life is what is propelling our young boys and girls to work more, come up with new ideas and help develop this nation rapidly. India is on the path of this rapid transformation into a developed nation. Karnataka, of course, is the jewel that will drive this transformation, that will drive this growth faster and more efficiently. I am happy that the Honorable Finance Minister has made sufficient provision of 7,561 crore rupees for expansion of the railway network in Karnataka, and also within that to ensure sufficient resources to speed up the work on K-Ride, the suburban Bengaluru rail system. It is also a matter of great satisfaction that central Karnataka particularly the drought-prone regions, will be getting a special central assistance of 5,300 crores for the Upper Bhadra project, which will be a major lift irrigation project and will help ameliorate, sort out a very long drawn problem of the region. The Mysuru region, which is largely tourist oriented, has recently benefited from the Bengaluru-Mysore very high-speed super express highway of high quality, with which one can reach Mysuru now probably less than 1.5 hours. And with that, I see a great economic corridor developing in the Mysuru region, and the whole area from Bengaluru to Mysore will in the years to come see rapid development, industrialization, and also give a fillip to our IT sector. The Honorable Prime Minister, in his Independence Day address, when we were celebrating 75 years of independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, gave the vision of a developed nation by 2047, a nation where we get rid of our colonial mindset. We go back to our tradition, rich culture, our heritage, a nation which is united as one, where every citizen, every Bharatvasi works with a spirit of duty. This budget, friends, is the first step in our journey to a developed India. And Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Finance Minister, and it is a matter of great pride for all of us that our Finance Minister represents Karnataka and is an Honorable MP from your wonderful state, has laid out 7 priorities in our journey to a developed India. Inclusive growth, inclusive development, which is sustainable, oriented to jobs, oriented to entrepreneurship, new work opportunities, and the welfare of every section of society is our first priority. We are wanting to prepare our nation as young boys and girls, and we have a youthful population with huge talent, and therefore the PM Vikas Yojana, the Vishwakarmas of this country, our young boys and girls who have talent in their hands, will receive the highest level of skill development. Our craftsmen, our artisans will be able to do better quality work and be able to reach the corners of the world, expand their international presence. We are confident that the huge focus on infrastructure, it is for the first time that government has consistently focused on infrastructure development. 4 years ago, the capital expenditure of the central government was 3.5 lakh crores. It has been increased in the last 4 years from 3.5 to 5.5 to 7.5 and now 10 lakh crores. If we add the grants being given to the states from the center and the capex portion of that, the effective capital expenditure will be 13.7 lakh crores. It is historic, my friends. And we are all aware that infrastructure creation normally gives a 3.5 time multiplier effect to the economy. Every rupee spent on infrastructure, while it has many other social dimensions, it creates jobs, it helps tourism, it helps logistics costs come down and expand your international trade, it helps consumers with lower cost of goods and services, it helps speedy connectivity, so many other benefits. but even to the economic growth. It creates jobs, builds consumption demand for steel, cement, all sorts of labor is involved. They all earn money, which is again pumped into the economy as consumption demand, and therefore the multiplier impact of infrastructure spending will help propel economic growth in India. I am confident the ease of doing business and ease of living, steps that have been initiated in the budget, particularly the DigiLocker or electronic focus on our various identifications and documents, and the proposed use of PAN number, one single digital number, as a common number, common interface for all approvals, returns, renewals, all government and people and business interface will happen through only one number, and that will revolutionize the ease of doing business and ease of living. In Bengaluru, we have always been very conscious about the environment, and the deep focus on sustainability, I think, will also add another very important dimension of growth and better life. Finally, the youth power of this country is now aspiring for better and more. And I am confident this budget will give a strong message to the young India that our time has come. India, which has over the last 9 years grown from the 10th largest economy to the 5th largest, and in the next 4 or 5 years will become the 3rd largest economy in the world, is now set for better and brighter future for every Indian. Thank you very much.
So everything is okay, but in Karnataka, which is going for poll, the 40% commission, 40 to 60% commission allegation is against the government. Have you heard contractors? Because in reality, contractors actually facing difficulties in getting their grants released. The commission ranges from 40 to 60% allegation. Have you heard their grievances?
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is totally committed to a corruption-free India, and so are our state governments. Any allegation is investigated, action is taken, and whoever is found guilty, nobody will be spared. We have heard about what you just mentioned, and I can assure you and the people of Karnataka, through all of you, that the BJP government in Karnataka will provide transparent and honest government, and anybody found indulging in any wrongdoings will not be spared.
Contractors Association President has alleged that
आपने अपर भादरा प्रोजेक्ट का जिक्र किया, मैसूरू और सबर्बन रेलवे का भी जिक्र किया, लेकिन कांग्रेस जो है वो काफी पॉपुलिस्ट अनाउंसमेंट कर रही है, जैसे बिजली फ्री 2000 फॉर वुमेन. तो क्या बीजेपी को भी इस बारे में सोचना चाहिए, और आप चूंकि एनर्जी मिनिस्टर रहे हैं, तो इस तरह के अनाउंसमेंट कितने इकोनॉमिकली फिजिबल है और कितना है?
देखिए, कांग्रेस ने तो गरीबी हटाओ का भी नारा दिया था और कई वर्ष उसके बाद सरकार चलाई, लेकिन गरीबी को समाधान नहीं कर पाई, उल्टे गरीबी बढ़ी उनके समय. कांग्रेस और कुछ और दल जो झूठे वादों में विश्वास करते हैं और जो एक देश की आधारशिला मजबूत बनाने की जरूरतें हैं, उसके बदले सिर्फ शॉर्ट टर्म इलेक्शन के हिसाब से अपनी नीतियां बनाते हैं, वो इस देश के लिए हानिकारक है, देश को नुकसान पहुंचाते हैं. और अच्छी बात यह है कि देश की जनता अब इस बात को भली भांति समझने लग गई है, समझती है। आपने गुजरात में भी देखा, इन सब झूठे आश्वासन और हर प्रकार के प्रलोभन के बावजूद, डिस्पाइट ऑल दीज प्रोमिसेस and all these enticing allurements, the people voted for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and our state led by Bhupendra Singh Patel government was re-elected with the highest ever majority ever in the history of Gujarat. And once again in Karnataka, I can see that the people want Prime Minister Modi and his team to serve with the state government led by the BJP, a double engine government which will bring prosperity to the state and long-term prosperity, not false short-term assurances or handouts.
पीयूष जी, मेरा सवाल भी इससे जुड़ा है। जिस तरह का कैंपेन कांग्रेस लगातार बीजेपी के खिलाफ चला रही है, 40% कमीशन सरकार, क्या आपको नहीं लगता कि चुनाव से पहले राज्य में पार्टी को कहीं ना कहीं इसका झटका लगेगा?
जहां तक मैं समझता हूं, जनता मोदी जी के साथ है, भाजपा के साथ है। उनको विश्वास है कि अगर किसी ने कुछ गलत काम किया हो तो उस पर मोदी जी सख्त कार्रवाई करेंगे। मोदी जी का जो ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है वो देश के सामने है, विश्व के सामने। और मुझे नहीं लगता कि कांग्रेस के झूठे आरोपों के बहकावे में कोई कर्नाटक के हमारे भाई बहन बहुत समझदार है और इस बार तो वो गलती भी नहीं करेंगे कि कुछ सीटें कम दें। इस बार स्पष्ट बड़ी बहुमत से भाजपा को जिताएंगे।
But PM has not taken any action on the letter written by the Contractors Association. They had written twice actually, 2 letters to the PM. And even today they are sticking to the allegation. But no action has been taken from the government, either from the state government or...
Well, I think action can only be taken. I think now I've also spent many years in government,
Okay.
and all of you also are in your own organizations. Actions are taken on specific allegations as and when any are brought to the notice. The strongest action is taken by this government. I can tell you about my own department. When we heard about some allegations in the procurement of rice, immediate action was taken. CBI raids were carried out. People were caught and are under and some have gone to jail. So this is one government which takes the strongest action on any specific allegations that are brought to us.
But in this specific case, we have not seen any action.
You are saying about the central government here, it will concern to state government is concerned, sir.
Even the state government has to do the same as the central government. Any specific allegations, they have to be acted upon, and they are acted upon.
No, better way I'm asking, government always has that suo moto, cognizance of the allegations which the opposition is making. But
दूसरा एक छोटा सवाल ये कि पिछले 1 साल से कर्नाटक में लगातार सीएम कम से कम 6 बार या 10 बार कैबिनेट पे बोल चुके हैं कि कल हो रहा है हाईकमान से ग्रीन सिग्नल की जरूरत है, कैबिनेट एक्सपेंशन। अब तो चुनाव भी आ गए सामने और नाराज जो नेता हैं वो अभी भी नाराज हैं। उनकी तरफ से वो हमेशा उनसे पर्सनल बात करें तो हमेशा नाराज है बीजेपी से। अब इसको कैसे बैलेंस करेगी बीजेपी?
भाई कैबिनेट एक्सपेंशन तो मुख्यमंत्री का विषय है, वो तो उसका ही जवाब तो वही दे पाएंगे। वो उनका प्रियोरिटेटिव है, कब करना है, किसको लेना नहीं लेना, वो मुख्यमंत्री का प्रियोरिटेटिव होता है। विचार विमर्श चर्चा का होती रहती है, लेकिन ये प्रियोरिटेटिव सिर्फ और सिर्फ जो मुख्यमंत्री होता है उन्हीं का रहता है। और मैं समझता हूं कि कर्नाटक एक ऐसा राज्य है जो देश की अर्थव्यवस्था के लिए बहुत जरूरी है, बहुत तेज गति से विकास कर रहा है, बहुत सारे काम हो रहे हैं यहाँ पे, और आगे भी लंबे अरसे के लिए जो पोटेंशियल कर्नाटक में और कर्नाटक के हमारे भाई बहनों का हुनर है, कैपेबिलिटी, स्किल्स, उसको मद्देनजर रखते हुए मुझे तो विश्वास है कि कर्नाटक का भविष्य बहुत उज्जवल है। रही बात आपके टैक्स की, टैक्स में अलग अलग व्यक्ति के अलग अलग प्राथमिकता होती है। कुछ लोगों ने पुराने जमाने में अपनी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज ले रखी है, कुछ फिक्स डिपॉजिट रखे हैं, और एक उनको सूट करता है कि एग्जेम्पशन रिजीम को यूज करके जो पुराना इनकम टैक्स का तरीका है उसके हिसाब से कैलकुलेट करके उनका टैक्स का बर्डन कम होता है। कई ऐसे लोग हैं जो कहते हैं कि हमें क्यों जबरदस्ती कोई स्कीम में पैसा डालना पड़े तभी हमें टैक्स का बेनिफिट मिले। अब कोई व्यक्ति जैसे 7 लाख रुपए तक, 7 लाख तक सबको टैक्स फ्री कर दिया गया। ये मध्यम वर्ग में के लिए बहुत बड़ी राहत है। उसके बाद भी टैक्स के रेट्स बहुत कम रखे। अब 7 लाख रुपए की जिसकी आमदनी है, समझो युवा युवती नए नौकरी पे लगे, नए काम में आए, शायद उनकी इच्छा नहीं हो आज के दिन कि वो एफडी में रखे या शेयर्स में इन्वेस्ट करे या घर में इन्वेस्ट करे, उनकी आज कुछ और प्राथमिकता हो सकती है। तो हर एक व्यक्ति को अपनी प्राथमिकता, अपने रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से अपना पैसा खर्चा करने की छूट होनी चाहिए, और उसके लिए जो सेकेंड स्कीम है उसको भी देश के समक्ष रखा गया। जिसको जो स्कीम में ज्यादा फायदा हो, तो एक तरीके से ये तो जनता के हित की बात है।
So the opposition is asking, why is the government shying away from restriction on Adani? Because the international banks, international even not accepting bonds, very lost, like close to 100 billion has been lost of personal wealth. They say the future of Adani is tied to the BJP party.
Well, first of all, the regulators in India are very competent, and our financial markets are amongst the most respected and well-regulated markets in the world. As regards the loss, that's a share market valuation loss. That is not the loss of any individuals or people's wealth. Investment in shares and stocks go up, go down. That's a part of investment, but nowhere have the people of India lost any of those levels of sums that you have mentioned. The financial institutions have already clarified that their money is absolutely secure and safe. The two principal organizations, LIC and State Bank, have both come out with details. And I think it's a matter of a private company. A report which has been brought out by a foreign agency, based on which some of the allegations have been made. Whatever the regulators need to do, they will take appropriate action.
So the question is that SEBI so far has not taken any action. Opposition is alleging, not even noticed and not even questioned about it.
Well, that's the opposition's allegation. We don't know what steps they are taking, what information they are gathering. That only SEBI can say. It's an autonomous regulator, and they take their decisions independently.
But the parliament is starts of almost 3 days now. Why is the government?
That's very unfortunate. Parliament is a forum for dialogue, for debate. We were to have a debate to discuss the performance of the government articulated in the Honorable President's address, and it was an opportunity for the opposition also to place their viewpoints and let the country know what their view is about our performance. Instead of that, they are stalling Parliament. I would once again, through you, urge the opposition to allow the discussion on the motion of thanks on the President's address and discuss what has happened in the country and how we see the country going forward. The President's address and the budget, both are very important discussions and must be held on the floor of the House.
Do you think that Gautam Adani is only an instrument to attack Narendra Modi?
Well, I would not like to.
Because that's how this issue.
I would not like to venture a comment of that nature. I think the people of India are smart and they will make their own judgment.
Sir, you said the SBI, LIC, PNB, they have not lost any money. The valuation has come down. Who is going to give the guarantee that the prices of the share will not crash further and public money is safeguarded? For that, say we have to, at least some action has to be taken, right? What if the prices of these shares
In the
crash
stock,
further?
in the stock market, nowhere in the world anybody gives any guarantees. But our banks and our financial institutions are continuously monitoring the situation. They have already said that. I can assure you our regulators are very competent to handle the situation.
Sir,
But how can
Bengaluru has no minister devoted to look after cities need, especially with floods. People suffer. Contributes greatest revenue for the country and also the state. So no minister to look after this Bengaluru
CM is juggling around 6 to 7
First of
portfolios.
all, it is the collective responsibility of the cabinet to look after the whole state. And I think the Chief Minister is competent. He with his team of ministers not only looks after Bangalore, but looks after the whole state. All of us also look after the whole country. We cannot take sides that I am from one city or from one state, so I will look after my city or state. I have to look after
Sir, you are
But the 6 important portfolios are
lying
not
vacant,
filled.
sir, for the last 1 year.
6 important portfolios.
important
I'm
such
sure
as RDPR,
I'm
such
sure
as-
the Chief Minister is handling those portfolios well.
And there was also fight for Bengaluru city in charge minister for. This is the reason why.
I'm not aware of that. I'm sure the Chief Minister
But
is a very
ultimately the city is
experienced leader.
Ultimately the
Will
city
be able to take care of that.
Ultimately the city suffers, the IT capital.
I don't think any Chief Minister of Karnataka can let Bengaluru suffer. And the Chief Minister is a very experienced, competent Chief Minister, and the people of Bengaluru have nothing to worry. He, along with his colleagues, in the principle of collective responsibility of the cabinet, will look after this state of Karnataka and the city of Bangalore.
Sir, one question about the budget. See, most of the states have recommended union government to bring a common law to ban the online gambling. But instead of that, the finance minister has legalized it in the budget. How is it?
How is she legalized?
30% tax will collect means what does it mean?
Please understand.
That is indirectly legalizing it only,
By the way,
approving it.
that is not the reason or based on which anything gets approved. The approval comes from the regulators. By taxing something, you don't approve it. The regulator, Reserve Bank, has very categorically said that cryptocurrencies are not legal in the country, and anybody who buys it is buying it at his own risk and cost. Similarly, in this interconnected world, the whole world today is interconnected. While we are able to ensure orderly working of the digital world within the country. What somebody does with an international platform is not possible for us to regulate. And therefore, I think the Honorable Finance Minister has done the right thing by imposing a tax so that it deters people from indulging in those activities.
But is it central government is serious in banning the online gambling, which is spoiling the youths?
ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಾಯ್ತು. ತಮಿಳುನಾಡು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಲಾ ತಂದ್ರು, ಅವ್ರು ಗೆದ್ರು. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ತರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. 30 ಸತಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಲಾ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್, ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ತರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್?
There is no taxable income, but we still end up paying about 35,000 to 40,000 tax in that.
Can you please explain how it will be tax free up to 7 lakhs?
See, if your income is 7 lakhs, anywhere up to 7 lakhs, it's zero tax.
Sir, but there are 3 slabs.
So if your income is up to 7 lakhs, it is zero tax, totally tax free. When your income, if it is above 7 lakhs, then the calculation of tax starts from 3 lakhs now. So 3 to 6 lakh, you pay 5%, that's 15,000. Only if your income is above 7 lakhs. Up to 7 lakhs, it's zero tax. After 7 lakhs, the calculation of tax, the slabs are in.
सर,
Is there any plan to
कि गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट है या सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है, बड़े पैमाने पे जो रिक्तियां हैं, जो नौकरियां हैं, वो खाली है, लेकिन ना तो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट भर रही है ना
आपने देखा होगा कि लगातार रोजगार मेला हो रहा है, लगातार इंटरव्यूज चल रही है और लोगों को बड़े पैमाने पे अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर्स मिल रहे हैं और बड़े पैमाने पे जो खाली वैकेंसीज है उसको भरा जा रहा है.
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪತ್ರಿಕಾಗೋಷ್ಠಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಬಂದಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪತ್ರಕರ್ತರಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ವರದಿಗಾರರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಪಕ್ಷದ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕವಾದಂತ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
On the forefront as the chief minister of Karnataka. Who will be your chief minister?
How are you going down to that path?
Sir, what is the role of Yediyurappa in 2023?
He is our very, very, very senior leader. He will always be very senior leader of the party. Somebody we all respect and look up to for guidance. And he will continue to be as you are all aware, he is a member of the highest decision-making body of the BJP. So Mr. Yediyurappa is somebody we respect deeply and will look up to his leadership of the state of Karnataka.
Who will be your candidate, sir?